Hey yo, the disrespect on this. You should know my voice by now. What was it before? Jeez, people are gonna love that. I was gonna say, are you waiting for more people, or are you gonna do the sim? I really wanted to do the sim, bro. I think I've had a dry spell these last 2 days. Have not been fun, been challenging me mentally. Yeah, sometimes it's like you know, sometimes you feel like, oh fuck, do I even know how to trade still? Like those type of days, I'm like, do I even know how to trade? Yeah, it's just need a win under my belt. Get out of this funk. Yeah, that's why I came out the same, because I'm gonna wait for 50-minute closes and 30-minute closes, and I am only taking these type of trades. Like that. Like basically, we're in the, like when the resistance is formed or when the support is formed. So it's like this, or like the other way around. Like how today was the other way around, where it came up. Yeah, it came up, created resistance to continue heading down. That's one type of trades. I do not want to trade breakouts anymore. So if a breakout does occur, so like breakout occurs from here, I'd rather wait, let it go up, come back down, and then go. Because I was looking today, I literally I was so disappointed, mad at myself, because if I didn't take the loss, right, and if I the second trade, whatever, I closed it 5 pips early. If I didn't take the first loss and we just waited 1 hour, and I've been looking for more trades after that, and 2, it's set up literally perfectly on GG on the 30-minute and 15-minute. Like it did the kind of resistance, and it set up perfectly. And I if it taken, I would have been up another percent. But the fact that is if I lost that, I know it would have messed me up more mentally. So I was like, I'm just whatever, if I can let it go, and I'll restart next week. Yes, because I had a really good trade on what was the trade I did? GCAT or GU at the beginning of the week. It was just these last 2 days weren't really good trading days. So that was the shitty part, because nothing hit full target. And the moment I get this first payout, I'm like quitting. I think it's just like, because if I quit, it's gonna propel my trading even further. Because then I can sit there, like literally watch until I get my best setup, and not like, yeah, everything. Like it will just literally everything will get better. So just take it slow, get my first payout, and then just fucking quit. You're not live yet, right? Oh, okay. Never mind. This wasn't say Sammy coming. Do you know? Pipstar. I would chat with that lad, bro. I never get to talk to him. Yeah, I know. I just never get like anytime he's here, like I'm not here. Anytime I'm here, he's not here. What are you looking at, GJ? Oh, I was gonna say, do you think you know those setups that I was talking about? Do you think those occur more on the 15-minute or the 30-minute? Like, which is more better? Mm. So you would say, yeah, right here. I think this is like pretend this was clean and it came up, and it was better. I have no idea. Oh, down there, yeah. So like, so when this close, enter, and then take just let it run. Yeah. And you'd say if it's like just like casually trending, you know, like, so it's like sometimes like when I get to a chart, is like I see, so I'll see like a setup like this, right? But then like I already missed it because like I wasn't up. So you'd say like don't take that, like don't look for it again, because sometimes it only happens once or twice, and you kind of just let it play out on higher time frames than the lower time frames. Because sometimes I've been and like this has occurred and then like it looks like it's gonna occur again, and I get an entry and then just get screwed over. Like here it happened, like it was multiple times. No, don't take your time. If not, we'll just see. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. We'll see in the sim then. If it's in the sim, like point it out to me exactly what you see in London. Like, yeah. 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 And his stocks would always be, would he give him more room? Because sometimes it can, it almost came up and looked like it would have tapped you out maybe, but like, okay. Yeah, even like I love. Yeah.
For games is like diamonds, go on forever. Skipping and hopping it, my knowledge going and dropping it. It auto shift my soul, so I will never be stopping it.
Yeah.
I slow it down so y'all can hear me turn them beaches. Dedicating this song to the game, the girls, my princess speeches, girls with all the features.
Okay, that's good to know. And in New York, I feel like it sets more up like this. Oh, say during like this. All right. Who like to rock the cosplay. We can take it back to my place and have a little soiree, party, partake a little gaming and get and gone, girl. You know we do. It's all like
Hello, hello. What up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? So we got a smaller group today. That's okay. The delay is much shorter, so it's about a second or two delayed for you guys, so you guys will be able to really participate in this sim. I never took a trade on AJ, but what we discussed on Thursday played out on GJ and AJ perfectly. So if you did take it, you won that trade, whatever. The low was created with resistance, and then it went tested the low. So if you took that trade, got a win. I was in bed, but we're gonna get sim going. Cause I always be the hero. She watch me when I rise and she catch me when I fall. When I die, she don't stall. She knows she gotta gather Dragon Balls. Either way, you know you got me. Lightning like Final Fantasy 13, girl, you really shocked me. Then she cast a cure, I have to keep her. She got the key to lock my heart deeper. And if I bow. Alright, so girls out, you know how we do it. We are at London Open. Do you want to do zones or should we do no zones? And just look at straight structure of the 15.
No, I feel like hourly. You look at hourly at least, or it's up to you.
No, I'm down with that.
Even I'd rather go through like the daily, see if it's coming near major resistance and everything like that.
I didn't add the daily because it doesn't let us look at enough candles. So we can do the 4 hour though. What up? What up, Zarif? What up, Fo? Jamal, hello. You guys have input. The delay is really low, so throw it in, and then you guys in Zoom. You guys to analyze, talk, and participate.
Yeah, and just go down from there.
Here's our 4 hour. Resistance there like that.
Yeah, I'll just draw like the lines where I want resistance and stuff like that.
Okay. And what about a support? Maybe like something in here.
Yes, and also just like an area to watch out for is along here.
I like it. One hour time frame.
1 hour, so this is, yeah, I was gonna say possible area of some sort of, I was gonna say support, old resistance.
Yep, I agree.
Then these two zones kind of together, like this one and then this one. I think that's good for my 1 hour.
Okay. Anyone on YouTube? Any more zones you guys see? I think we hit everything pretty hard. 30 minute. 30 minute looks like that. So, Gerzat, before you answer, do we think we're more bullish or bearish right now, chat? What do we think? Do we think this is looking more bullish, so we should wait for some buys, or based on this information, should we go with some sells? What do you guys think? Coming to support, okay. Alright, Gerzat, what do you think? Buys or sells for this?
Me personally, just based off the structure and the reaction we've seen off the 4 hour, I would say sells, because first we are going kind of like this, right? Kind of like it's messy, but kind of creating like this higher lows and higher highs. And then we had this clean breakdown, kind of breaking all the structure that we had up here. So I'll look for sells. That being said, not necessarily right now, because we already had this massive move. So I'd wait, let it come back up, create resistance somewhere, wherever it wants to create. I don't know exactly where it would create. Let it create resistance, and at the resistance, when we see a close, bearish close, and then look for some sort of entry to continue heading down.
I like it. I think the 50. So I agree, and I think some more in depth on that is if you're looking at it and you're like, okay, well, coming to a support, so maybe we'll respect support and go back up, but you're not really sure which way the strength is, right? So let's just look at most recent. So we're just kind of moving up. We created a support right here. We broke it, right? We made a support here. We broke it. We had support here as well. We broke it, and we had support here, and we broke it. So it looks to me like resistance is being respected here and here, and we're just breaking through supports. Which, if we're breaking through supports, remember, when price comes down and does this, that's a support. And if it breaks through it, that's kind of what we're doing here. And then we make another support, and we break through it. That looks like a downtrend. So maybe exactly what Gerzat said is maybe sells are going to be the best play if we get one. $15 for structure. Looks like sellers are going to have the strength, so that'll be our best play.
Yeah, now just gotta wait for some sort of resistance to form.
And news, it looks like we have EUR news at 8:30. That's low impact. Shouldn't really do much at all for GJ. So news is pretty clear for today.
One thing I would
What up, Carlo?
One thing I would also say is the fact that this is like dumping heavy like this, maybe wait from like a higher time frame, like 30-minute instead of a 15-minute. Because sometimes on a 15-minute it could like look like it's creating a resistance, but then on higher time frames it continues up to create like a stronger resistance.
Yeah, so you want to look at the 30?
Yeah, just I was saying just in general, just because like it is dumping heavy, so it would be like maybe it's gonna need a 30-minute resistance instead of 15-minute.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's causing this. Obviously, like this is like old, like could be fundamental, could be because it's broken. Yeah, it's broken everything to the left, so it's probably something related to fundamentals.
Also,
Okay.
though, because it is moving so fast, the move might be on the 5-minute or the 15-minute.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So you got to judge it based on. So this looks like we have a ton of volume in it today, but maybe you got to look on the 5-minute, and then maybe tomorrow it's really slow, so we got to go 30-minute kind of thing. But I think 15 is really a really good median.
I see the 15. Stop. Sorry. So would you take it, or would you consider that a weak confirmation, like the bullish closer, or would you take it?
For London, I would probably take that. Let's just see how it plays out.
Okay.
Right there on that blue candle, you would have taken that as a reversal?
Nope. Nope, I would not have done any buying right here. I would have sold this resistance right here. Because if I were to take a buy, that would be against this like end of the session. And I would rather just let it fly up without me. We'll see. This could play out, could not play out. Sometimes when London, if it were to move this far, I don't know if I would take this, but if this setup appeared in London, so like here we're getting resistance again, I think that's gonna go back and test our low. Or we'll just end up kind of ranging out because we have fallen really, really far. So if resistance gets respected, we should. There we go. Yeah.
I was gonna say, could I see 30-minute?
Yep. So that one,
That's what it
you would have got wicked out. 30-minute close bearish. There's your entry.
Yeah, that would have been the entry. And the reason why I
Could have
would
re-entered on this one here.
yeah, but I think just like just so it's like safer, just wait for the 30-minute close. There's no harm waiting for it.
You could, yep. Or you could just say this 15 minutes not good enough, and then
Yeah,
this one would have been good enough.
That's what I was wondering. Is that like too weak of a confirmation? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. That's the thing.
Just depends on where it is. So like in this very specific scenario, that would be too weak. If this would have happened like up here, right when we broke out, I'd have been on board because it would have just been more of a wick fill.
And sorry, one thing I want to mention is like, you know, when it kind of got messy here on the 15-minute, like right, like this area kind of got messy.
Yep.
I think that's also like an area where you can jump to the higher time frames where it's more clean. Like the 30 minutes, like still clean there.
Yep. Oh yeah, that looks perfect right there.
Yeah, so it's like that would have been what's the risk to reward there, just to the bottom. Like we'll say wick.
8 risk for 20 pip, 21 pip, 22 pip reward.
So
So
just
2-1.
yeah.
That'd have been really, really nice. It was kind of moving too quick for me to switch it in time, but
Yeah, it's
that would have
alright.
definitely been a solid spot.
Your stop would have been the top of that small red candle next to it?
Yep, just right here.
Or the top of the wick, not the top of the candle?
Nope, top of the body, or the wick.
Okay.
Because that's where price, that was the highest point price reached. The body is just the open and the close, which is important, but the wick is kind of where that rejection is occurring. Is rejection's kind of occurring up in this area. So if we just put our stop here, it could wick up just like these three did, and then come right down. But then it stops us out first, so you always want, so like when you're buying, if you're taking a buy here, you want stop under support, which should be right there, or stop under support there, or support here. So you see how it's under both wicks there? It could be more than 2 wicks. That one is just happened to be 2 wicks. This one, it would just go above those 3 wicks. Actually above it though, that was a shitty drawn line. Same thing here for buys, under there. Buys here, right under there. Down here, you could put it under here, or even at these wicks here. I think both are pretty valid. And then same thing, resistance, you put it above here, above there. That one might have stopped you out and then continued. That's okay. Rare. Same thing, stop above there. In these examples here, it's kind of preference. Because if you put it here, you put it there, and you enter here, your risk to reward's pretty shit. But this looks bullish, so that wouldn't really be something you look to take. So I would say if you put it above here, and it breaks above, then it's more than likely going to break above here as well. So you could use that wick there. But then these would be here. Right here, you would go here. So like once that resistance is created again, stops there, or stops there. Is that making sense so far?
Yeah.
Yep. So the wick is where price was, or the wicks are either telling you where price can go or where it cannot go, and it's your job to figure out which. So when we close bearish, more than likely this is where price cannot go, and it should stay underneath that high. If it gets above there, then this bearish candle is pretty much invalid, and price should start to move up then. Okay. Coming into New York, we're gonna go to the next day. Or we can see how this sets up again. We're gonna wait on that 30-minute close. Right. Yeah, nothing. So you see, once we got into New York, it got a little messy. Maybe buys here worked out, but it still looks really bearish. We'll go to the next day. Where's that? You guys want to redo your zones? Sunshot, one shot, all you kids done. It blew the tower, but can't let that hinder us. Never giving up, we on the stuff that blew gender up. It's indisputable what I can do to you. The carnage is beautiful. Meet me in the crucible. You gotta supercharge when you get in the quad on my squad. Please, what do you guys think for zones?
Oh, I don't even know how to annotate on this.
Should just be in the settings. It'd be like an options button or 3 dots or something like that. All right, I guess I will do it.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I gotta mess with this thing. Usually when I Zoom call at work, it's just never a screen share.
No worries. It's your first time. You get an exception.
Right.
Everyone else does not. 4 hours on there. Looks like 1 hour. It's got some resistance here. Generally speaking, kind of lines up across the board too. Alright, so here's our London Open. Looks like we are pushing through resistance.
When a market opens, how long do you wait just to see everything test out? Like
15. Yeah, typically 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. I just like to kind of hang out. I don't like to participate in that. It kind of looks like we're going bullish. See how this 15-minute closes. What do you think?
There's a little consolidation on the last 3. Well, 2 to the last. But if it were to break that one with the long wick, if it were to break bullish up that, would that be a possible buy?
Up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could work. I think this one could work too. I'm sorry. It's kind of a weaker support, but you rewind to the start of the candle. Make sure there's no news. 8:30. All right, so we got low impact 8:30. Don't do too much. stop under the support. Take it 1.5 to 1. See what happens. And came down. Ooh, corrected all of it. Okay. Let's look at the higher time frame. Oh yeah, hourly closed bearish. Big rejection up there. I thought that hourly closed above there. 30-minute looks like that. So probably sells. What I would say. 8:30 news. We'll skip past that real quick. All right, didn't do anything. What up, Chris? What up, Gustavo? You guys can participate too. There's only about a second delay. Take a sell at resistance. If it plays out.
Should I also take a sell?
Yep. Welcome back. Been lonely. No one wants to hang out with me. See if this one can push 1.5 to 1 TP. Looks like we got some bearish strength on our side, so hopefully we can hit that TP. There we go. Profit secured. Made. We risked 1% on. Well, it was 2% total, and we went to 1.5. So that was a 3% gain right there. So basically, it was a $200 risk, $300 gain. So not bad. Idea, just sell resistance in the downtrend. This one we could have waited, but it looked like it was trying to make a support, and we had this wick to fill, so kind of just anticipated that. I've seen London do this a lot, and it just tends to just go fill that wick right away really aggressively. So that was kind of the idea on that. We buy the support, we're pushing up, and then price just came down. Then we capitalized down there when it set up. See if it sets up again.
That was also like a New York breakout.
Your mic cut out.
Sorry.
What's up, Daniel? What's up, Gustavo? Chris, looks decent for a buy. I wonder if you meant down here, or if that was earlier.
That was earlier.
Hello, hello. Who else is with us? Was that you, Chris?
No.
Oh, okay. We got a bullish 30-minute now. Kind of getting near London, New York open. So we look here. The 30-minute. Remember we Gerge, out of you here? This is that example I was telling you about, but on the 15-minute. But this just appeared on the 30-minute too.
And what's the significance of this particular that setup like this when it's
during the London session. So when you see this one, it looks like, because we created resistance, right? But we also came and tested our low already. But when this happens in London, you just get a nice move after that. So like if we entered on the close, there was a 15 pip risk, 35 pip gain. You could have hit 2 to 1 right at 30 pips and been done. So it's not necessarily like significant, because like you could say, oh, it closed under support, but like regardless of all of that, when you see this kind of stuff in London session on GJ specifically, I see it a lot on the 15. Those next candles just move really nice. Same thing here, like this one. If we look here, like, oh, we closed that support, so we're selling support. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we kind of closed underneath it. It's not like, I wouldn't say this is a super good close underneath, but we created resistance, and that's where we just take a sell, put your stops above, target your 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whatever you're going for. But yeah, this is that setup I was talking about earlier on GJ in the London session. If you do this in, I wouldn't do this in New York. It might work, but I've noticed London has a much higher probability of working on this type of setup on the 15 or 30 than New York does. 15, yep, that was perfect right there. Thank you for the sub, Ali. Appreciate it. It worked out again. If you saw the resistance there, 1 to 1. There's 2 to 1. If you saw the resistance at all here or here, you made money on that day. And NY open. Yep, and now we kind of broke our little downtrend structure. We're making a high, so ideally waiting for a support. Or no trade. Probably no trade. Alright, let's go to the next day. How long we've been doing this? 38. Alright.
You always stay out when those giant candles come up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you never know if it's going to be a giant candle or not. I mean, if you're in the trade and it does it, like, great, but you're not gonna know that just because it breaks above here, it's gonna push away all of this and all the way up to here. So there just wasn't a trade there. That's all. All right, so London open. And you guys can see we're not even really using any zones, just straight structure on the 15 and the 30 minute. Really all you need, in my opinion. When I get up in the morning, I just kind of, okay, higher highs, higher lows. All right, wait for support, take a buy. And then if we break structure, all right, lower lows, lower highs, wait for resistance. And that's all you do. Let's see if we can set up again. So there was our London open candle. What up, Calvin? What up, Dominique? I would go check out Baby Pips for that. Or come to the live stream on Monday. Today we're not really here to do those kind of questions, but on Monday we definitely can check that out for you. Oh shoot, 15. So that one might work. You took a buy there.
I'll take a, yeah, I was gonna say I'll take a buy, but I would've got stopped out. Reason being because they kind of tapped into the support, I was thinking.
Yeah, I agree. If you got your stops under here though, you'd still be good. So this is also, I'm gonna take a sell because this looks like what I see in London. Might be wrong. But we created a resistance in my opinion, and I think we should come down. So let's see. Nope, we should not come down. Your buys would have worked out then.
Can I see 30 minutes? Isn't for me 50 minutes now a bit messy?
There's 30. Yeah, 15 was getting real sloppy.
30 don't have a strong enough call.
Yeah, there's GBP news too, so yeah, there's GBP news that just hit, so I don't know if I would have been in that trade previous, but if there wasn't news, I would have definitely taken it. So there's our 30-minute close. News has passed. 15 looks like that. So yeah, price just ended up ranging. Maybe on this one, instead of taking it here, we should have let price break down first. I think that would have been a better play. Anything here? What do you guys think? Yep, yes, Marty. Yes. Push up. All right, we'll take a buy, Daniel. See if we push up. See if support holds. Maybe push that wick fill. We can get 1.5. Like we should fill the wick. And TP hit. Good call, Daniel. Very nice. So this one didn't look super great, but kind of did this back to our support. Then we did this and this, and we made our resistance here. But then we broke above it, creating a high right there. Created a higher low. We went and tested the high, and then we went and tested the highs, and we broke above. Very nice. If you notice though, we're trading at probably like 70%, 60, maybe 70, with my trades and your guys' trades and everyone else's trades. So the win percent's obviously going to be a little bit different, but for what we've done in this simulation, we're probably trading 60 or 70%. And we're still in profit. So we're not winning every trade, and we're still making money. And it's only Wednesday. So if you're up $143 on Wednesday, that's not a bad start to the week. All right, let's see how this ends up playing out. Kind of ranging out a little bit. Pushing back up to the high. There we go. Support made again. And I want to see. So 30-minute. There's our New York Open. So we made support at support again. 15-minute looked a little confused. Next one closed back bullish again. Previous 30 was also bullish. That would have worked to go test the high again. If we look here, we're still doing that. Go. Alright, we'll do one more day and let you guys do it in the chat. I don't know where Gurzat is. And Zoom's pretty quiet, so we'll let you guys call the next trade, and then we will call it, and you can go back and rewatch everything if you showed up late. Yeah, so basically you're just trading the trend of the session, or where the volume appears to be trending based on your most recent information. So if you come to the chart, if you look at the 15 and the 30 minute, if you're breaking through supports, you're probably making lower lows and lower highs. If you're breaking through resistances, you're probably making higher highs and higher lows. And if you rewatch the video, I went in more depth on that. It's pretty straightforward, but I gave some visual examples with the arrows per usual. So yeah, not really a strategy, just more of a kind of trading structure with the trend ideally. Or I should say preferably. So last day, you guys are going to call the trade. Got about a 2-second delay, so I'll go kind of slow. And then just say when you want to buy or sell, and then just say the stop loss as best as you can if you can read those numbers. If you want to see a different time frame too, if you want to see like the 30-minute, let me know. slow the ticks down a little bit. Oh, it wasn't on the 15. So this one would have worked. We had support and support. Broke through support right here with this guy. Came back up. Created a resistance. Target the low. Worked out perfect there. I thought we were on the 15 minutes, so I was like, okay, we got 1 minute till close, and then it got to 7:15. I was like, okay, why is the candle still moving? But yeah, that would have been your ideal entry right there. That would have been your London. You got in right at the close, firming resistance in this what appears to be a downtrend. About a 9 pip risk. You're at 15 pips there, so you hit, yeah, that's about 16 actually. So you hit 1.5 to 1 right there. That would have been 1.5% reward for 1% risk, and you'd have been done for the day right there. So that is it for simulation for today, and live streams will be back on Monday per usual. Have a good weekend, guys, and I will see you on Monday.
All right, guys.
Threats to spread lies about your peers or send harassing texts, impersonating people, sharing private information, photoshopping pictures to cause humiliation, cracking someone's password or hacking their account, stealing people's credit cards and charging large amounts. These things are illegal. You might end up in prison. Don't Snapchat while you drive. It might impair your vision. Don't be a grouchy grump or a misanthropic chump. Say nice things on the internet. Don't be like Donald Trump. Politics on Facebook can be so polarizing. When friends and family start to post opinions so surprising. Don't enter in the flame wars. You can always close the screen.